Hello, Guitar Twos. This is Section D. Section D is going to happen right where you see this ah tempo right here, and right after the molto ritardando, and that's measure 18. So you can write that into your score. Measure 18 is Section D, and Section D goes all the way to the end of measure 25 down here. So with Section D, we start out with several measures of chords of more than one note at the same time. And in this case, we have a G sharp, which is on the first fret, third string, and an open B, and then we go down to an E and a G sharp and B, and then E and G sharp. So if you take a look, actually I don't need to lift anything, I can just leave this shape down. So second fret, fourth string, first fret on the third string, that's the shape for everything that I need right there. So go ahead and put those fingers down and give it a try. Oh, wait, one thing. If you have never done free stroke, we're using I and M and we're playing the strings like this. If you're not used to doing that, you can just choose one of those notes and play either the top note or the lower note. So you could play B, B, G sharp, B, then there if you want to. Or you could just go like this, G sharp, B, okay? It's up to you. As long as you're playing as much as possible, I'm happy. I'm going to model it now using the full shape. So we're going to play measures 18 and 19. Here we go. 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and then we've reached the next measure. It's not so bad, is it? All right, let's look now to where measure 20 is, where it says sul pont. Sul pont means sul ponticello, and it means we're going to move closer to the bridge to get this kind of sound. So I'm playing here closer to the bridge to get that ponticello sound. Now it also has staccato marks on the chord, so and so I'm going back to the strings to make them staccato, to detach them. Now there is not a staccato mark on every chord, so make note of that. I just noticed that. So we have short, so short, 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 then there, short, 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 then there. It's like a heartbeat at the end. And again, you can just choose the lower note, or you can just choose the higher note if you want. It's up to you. And it's supposed to be very quiet. Pianissimo. All right, those two measures aren't bad. Go ahead and play them with me right now. Measure 20. Get ponticello, put down that low G, and we're playing the open G with it. We're playing octaves. 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4 and then we're going to go to the next section, or not next section, the next measures. All right, let's do that now because we're almost there. Measure 22, we have straight 16th notes, meaning we're just going to play continuously like this. And now we're just doing octave Gs, but higher octaves. So we're playing the open G with the higher G. And we're going to go back and forth with thumb and index finger. So it goes do. Now the thing about this is you can totally zone out and be like, oh my gosh, where am I? How many times do I do this? I'm getting lost. So it's important to count to make sure that you've got the right, that you're doing it the right number of times. We're going to do that for 4 measures. Now what will help is when you hear the other parts, you'll start to recognize when things change and when you need to change. But for right now, let's make sure we're counting. So let's start at measure 22. We're going to go 1 and 2, 3, 4. That was 1 measure. Okay, so here we go. Let's give it a try. 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1, 2 and a 3 and a 4 Next measure. 1, 2 and 3 and next measure. 1, 2, 3 and last measure 25. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and the end of that, I went into section E. Oops, I couldn't help myself. All right, so you see that part is not difficult, and actually that ends that section. When things change, we've reached section E. So I'm just going to end right there. That's how that part goes. Put it all together. That's the easiest part of the piece, and we have just a tiny bit more to do. We have to do just 3 measures that bring us back to the top of the piece, and we'll talk about that whole dies segnale al coda. I'll explain that in the next video, and I'll show you how to play the coda, and then we're done. We've covered everything, and then I'll do a play-along video, so check out that video as well. If you have not tried putting this all together, this might be a good time for you to try to put part 1 plus part 2 together, or part A, I mean, the A section plus the B section, or the B section plus the C section, etc. So go ahead and start putting those things together, and then when you're feeling confident, you can go ahead and do this last section. I'll see you in the next video.